Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. Well, here I am plugging another tire. I can't seem to catch a break these days. I had a competition a couple weekends ago. This is a brand new A6 Hoosier, and it's got a screw in it. So I'm going to show you how I plug this one. Now, I wanted to get it plugged from the inside by a tire store, but first tire store I went to, and I'm not going to name names, but they said they can no longer plug racing slick tires, or, well, anyway, they wouldn't plug it anymore. And then I took it to a second tire store, and they said they didn't have a machine that would take off a low profile tire. So I'm going to plug it again. I wanted to go from the inside because this is a brand new tire. It's only got about 3 runs on it, and so I thought a plug from the inside is better. It includes something that goes through the tire and then also a patch on the inside. But I'm going to put this one in and see if it holds air, see how it goes. It's a very small screw. I'm going to take it out right now. I put about 45 pounds of pressure in here, and this is my usual setup. I like this. It's very stable. Put a tire down on the bottom, yep, and then put the one you're working on the top. Here we go. So that's it. Not much of a hole. I've got to ream it out first, and then shove the plug through with some cement. So it's going to take 2 hands for me to do this. So I'll be back. Okay, there's my tool in there. I shoved it in 3 or 4 times, and I turned it around. Now the diameter or the size of this tool is made for the size of the plug. You don't want to have it too much smaller or too much bigger. And it's going straight through, not on an angle. This screw is in there straight through. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to cover the area and cover this with rubber cement to make it slide in easier, excuse me. And then this tool has a split on the end, so I can shove it through and then pull it out. I think you might even be able to see the little split on the end right there. So let me get this together. There, I took a flat blade screwdriver to open up this hole a little bit, this slot, so I could get the rubber through. Now remember, when I push that way, I'm pushing the rubber plug through the hole in the tire. When I pull the other way, it goes out through the split and it stays in the tire. So let's see if we get lucky here. I'm going to need 2 hands again. I'll be back. Well, that didn't work, but I'm glad it didn't work because I'll show you what happened. The piece of wood I just used to push on the end of the tool a little bit more than what I could with my bare hands. But the string actually split. So I'm not sure it's the fault of the string or I didn't have a big enough hole. So I'm going to ream the hole out a little bit bigger and then try another string. Well, that one I got in. I would have liked to have got it in a little bit more actually, but what I'm going to do is spray some liquid on there and see if it's leaking. And if it's not leaking, I'm going to call it good. And then if it does start to leak after I'm using it for competition, I'm going to have to take the tire off the rim and plug it from the inside. So let's squirt it a little bit and see what happens. Just putting some little degreaser compound in there, and it looks like it's not leaking because it would make bigger bubbles. Those little bubbles are just from what comes out of the bottle. So it's plugged, and I'm going to call it good, and as I already said, I'll say it once more, if it starts leaking again, then I'll have to take it off and go from the inside. Now, let me tell you this. Do not take a tire that's been plugged on a track or at high speed. Your speed rating is reduced when you plug a tire. This one I use for autocross, low speed, so-called low speed parking lot competition. So, in my opinion, it's okay for that. I hope this helped you out. It did show an example of what happens if you don't have the hole big enough. You can break the string that goes through. So that's a good learning example. Anyway, Froggy's going to wrap it up, put some pressure in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the pressure on the tire, and then I'll check it in a couple of days, but I can see from this that it's probably not going to leak. I hope this helped out you guys and gals. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Froggy out. Bye-bye.